Look, I'm doing it. I'm still moving. I'm exercising. I can deliver this baby. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back today to more pregnancy TMI. It's gonna be good. So I uploaded in the last few days-ish a video all about kind of like a recap. Well, I think that's literally what I call it, my first trimester recap. I didn't realize I actually wasn't out of my first trimester at that point. I guess your first trimester goes to 13 weeks, and I thought that your first trimester went to 12 weeks. There was a lot of confusion, including confusion on my app, which was really weird. But yeah, in that video, I mentioned making a video all about everything that I have been doing to combat my nausea and vomiting. Now, this won't be everything, that a human could do. So per the usual, always feel free to like chime in and let me know down below any tips that you have that might be super obvious, but things that you used or you heard. So I'm just gonna go through all of these products. Now, keep in mind, I am a pretty typical pregnant lady in the sense that some pregnant people, which I really hoped I was going to be one of those, don't get sick at all, like no morning sickness, or all day sickness as it has been for me. But I was not and have not been one of those people, but it hasn't been anything severe. Like some people throw up 5, 6, 7 times a day. I am on a roll if I'm throwing up like once or twice a day for multiple days in a row. Because sometimes I would go like multiple days without throwing up. So it's really not that severe, but my nausea has been with me almost 24/7. Not literally, because I do get enough relief to have good night's sleeps very often. I have woken up a couple times at like 2 in the morning to puke. Sometimes when I get up to go pee, I'll feel the nausea, but I'm not like literally up 24/7 with nausea. Most of the day though, I'll like struggle with it. And it's interesting because all of these things kind of just turn the volume down. So none of them have really gotten rid of it. The very first tip I'm gonna give you is something that I'm actually convinced was really helping me, and that when I ran out of one of the products, I thought, oh, well, I've been getting better, so I'm probably good. I don't need to take it anymore. And then the next day I threw up big time. That's when I mentioned in the video, it was like I was mid-eating and I was like, oh God, I threw up, because that hadn't happened to me. Every other time my throw-ups were like in between meals. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that first tip. So the very first tip I have is, and this is a little bit extreme in like the nausea treatment world. There's all these other things that are like not involving medication, but I'm just going to talk about this first, and that is mixing Unisom sleep tablets with vitamin B6. So I ran out of vitamin B6 about 2 or 3 days ago, and because I have been starting to see signs of like less nausea, less exhaustion, I thought, oh, I'm probably good. Like I don't need to take it. And then I had that throw up scene, which could have been random, but it also could have been because I stopped taking this. I saw comments from you guys in my last video that said that when you would forget, you would throw up. And so basically what I do is I take pretty much half a Unisom at night, and then vitamin B6, I will take anywhere from like 1 to 3 times a day. Now there is specific dosing that if you Google like how much vitamin B6 should I take, they'll give you suggestions. I take more than the suggested amount, or at least I have been. I don't even know. I just got this bottle today, so I don't remember what this milligram ratio is to what's Googleable, but I remember or like what Google says, but I remember with my last vitamin B6, when I looked it up, I was like, oh, this tablet has way more B6. But I Googled like safe amounts, and so even though I was taking more than the recommended dosage, I still didn't feel like I was going to cause any problems, because I actually said in one of my videos that vitamin B is water soluble like vitamin C. So in my opinion, I don't think you can really cause any harm. I'm not a doctor, by the way. Disclaimer, everything I say, take it with about this much, whatever that would be, confidence behind it. I'm just giving my experience, but you always need to, medical disclaimer, check with your doctor for everything. So I'm just like spouting what's in my head. But vitamin B6 is different though, to back up. It's not water soluble. Vitamin B6 supposedly in large amounts can cause nerve issues, but from what I was reading, it was a lot. Like you had to be taking a lot more than what I was taking, and I was still taking like 3 times the daily recommended dose to help with pregnancy symptoms. And with Unisom, I kind of just gauge it. So sometimes I'll only take half a pill at night. Sometimes I'll notice if my nausea comes a little sooner, I will take like a third, because these are little tablets you can break. So I'll take like a third, maybe 7 or 8, and then I'll take like the rest right before bed. So I'll end up taking like a full tablet. And there have been maybe 2 days, maybe 3, where I've actually taken like a half or a third of a Unisom in the middle of the day, because I'll notice that getting that Unisom back in me with the combination of the B6 can help. It makes me sleepy, but I'd rather be sleepy, especially because I have the luxury of being home if I want to be. I'd rather be sleepy than like super nauseous. So that is the first tip. Definitely the most extreme in here, in my opinion, but we'll just start with that. Second tip, nausea wristbands. I don't know if these have made a huge difference. I don't really know fully how much a lot of these things have made like any kind of difference. But like I said, it's almost like just trying to keep the volume down. So nothing has gotten rid of my nausea. It's just, like I said, I equate it to kind of like that volume dial or whatever of like, it kind of turns it down. So I just felt like there was no harm in doing anti-nausea wristbands. People swear by them, so I wear them. I think I notice a difference. It's worthwhile, worth trying. So another thing that I do, depending on my nausea level. So I started drinking this actually a lot again in the last like day and a half, because my nausea had flared up again a lot. And this is the Pink Stork Morning Sickness Ginger Orange Sweet Nausea Tea. Ginger is something that is known to help pregnant women with their nausea. I am not a ginger fan. Like, I just don't typically like it. But I will say, I don't know if it's because I'm so desperate and maybe it really helps, or if my taste buds have changed, or if it's the way that this product is made, but I don't feel like you really taste the ginger in this specific tea. I actually feel like this tea is really, really tasty. First off, I drink it iced only. And second off, I do feel like when I'm really nauseous and I just take little sips, I'm actually craving it right now because I'm feeling nauseous. Like, it really helps to calm that down. So I'm actually probably gonna brew this right when I'm done filming this. Another tea thing that I've been drinking, which is not so much for nausea, but kind of, like sometimes when I don't want water, really, but I don't want food, I have been drinking from this fruit tea sampler, and these are all herbal teas, and they're all fruit flavored. So raspberry zinger, country peach passion, wild berry zinger, true blackberry, or true blueberry, and black cherry berry. It's all up and like overflowing, obviously, but I love all of these iced as well. But this isn't necessarily like a straight nausea treatment. It's just kind of satisfying sometimes when you're nauseous. I really hope I don't have to pause this video and puke, by the way, because I am feeling more and more nauseous. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my next tip. My next tip are using essential oils to, combat your nausea. And the 2 oils that I have right here that have been very helpful with nausea, like, it's mostly just comforting when you're nauseous. The first one is Citrus Fresh. You can guess by the title, it's a bunch of citrus together. I believe, I'll just read it to you. It's orange oil, tangerine oil, grapefruit oil, lemon oil, mandarin oil, and spearmint oil. So the citrus is very uplifting and feels great with nausea. But the tiny bit of spearmint is also very nice with nausea. So I love just smelling and diffusing Citrus Fresh, and the same thing goes with peppermint. Now, I'll also use peppermint or Citrus Vitality and sometimes put it like straight on my tongue, or I might put a little bit in some sparkling water, like a little bit of either this or like an orange vitality oil, and put that in with some sparkling water, and then I have like an orange sparkling drink. But yeah, essential oils are very comforting, I have found, for nausea. By the way, if you're ever interested in anything essential oils or just young living related, or like I get questions about my diffusers a lot. That's also Young Living. Feel free to send me a DM on my oils Instagram account because I am a distributor with Young Living. So if you ever have questions or you want to place an order or whatever, feel free to ask and I can answer those questions for you. So this is from a brand called Pink Stork, and Pink Stork has this little kit, and I think it's called like the first trimester survival kit, and it comes with these 3 products. Now I had heard of Pink Stork before, but I didn't really know anything of the brand, and I'm always kind of wary of, I don't know, just trying new brands in general, but especially something for your health and something having to do with the baby, because I'm like, is this a quality brand or is this just like another brand hopping on a bandwagon to try to like make some money? But I have a friend that's very into health and wellness, and she gave the stamp of approval with this brand, and so I decided to check it out. And so this little starter pack comes with a magnesium body mist, because one theory, side note, around morning sickness, there's a lot of theories. Some people think that it's just the extreme increase in hormones. Some people think it can be from a magnesium deficiency, and magnesium is always a good thing, I think, to be getting in our body, because I think a lot of people are deficient in magnesium, and magnesium helps us with just like all of our functions day to day. But magnesium also helps with the body's ability to absorb and use other like vitamins and nutrients. So this is a magnesium spray. It says you can use it with morning sickness, aches and pains. That's another thing it's good for. That's why like Epsom salt is high in magnesium, or maybe it's pure magnesium. I don't know. But it helps so much with aches and pains, like Epsom salt baths. And then poor sleep, because being low in magnesium is also known to mess with people's sleep. So that came in the starter pack. The other product that came in the starter pack is the Pro Prenatal Probiotic. Now, I've actually been taking a few different probiotics through my pregnancy. I've been taking this one since I got the starter pack, but I was also taking I can't remember what it's called. It's an amazing probiotic. I'm just out right now, but I think it's one of the best on the market. If I can remember and find it, I'm sure I can. It's been on my Amazon order. I'll link it down below. I was taking that one, but I really like probiotics, so I was taking like multiple. I was taking the Young Living one for a while with it, and I've been taking this. But like lately it's just been this because I've been out of those other ones. But I'm one of those people that's like, yes, give me all the vitamins and probiotics. So this one, yeah, it's just a probiotic. It says reduces morning sickness, helps with heartburn and constipation, and promotes a healthy gut. There's no GMOs, gluten, wheat, sugar, sweeteners, flavors, colors, animal products, preservatives, artificial ingredients, fish, shellfish, soy, tree nuts, peanuts, or dairy in this product. So I've been taking that as well. And then this is really, 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 really interesting. So one other theory behind morning sickness is that the women that get morning sickness have an overgrowth of this bacteria called H. pylori. And supposedly it can become like more inflamed or grow more, whatever, for some reason when you're pregnant. And so this, these little tablets, it just says gut health. So I consider it kind of similar to probably like probiotics, but it's formulated differently. It says for before, during, and after pregnancy. It's marketed as immune support. It says supports fertility, morning sickness, vaginal health. And they're these little mini pellets, and the main ingredient is called monolaurin, which apparently is abundant in breast milk and niche is perfect food for baby. But a lot of people report that taking this 1 scoop 3 times daily helps them tremendously with morning sickness or just all day sickness. I will say I had been taking it religiously 3 times a day, and then I cut down to like once or twice, and I had that horrible throw up session yesterday. I still don't know if that was chance, but I was like, I need to make sure I keep taking this 3 times a day, because the reviews of this stuff are crazy, like on Amazon. And I love Amazon reviews because I feel like they're pretty honest, and it's like just tons of incredible reviews. So I ordered the starter pack of the 3 together. Oh, I had this other oil here. I also use Valor, and Valor kind of feels nice with nausea, but Valor, I'm so partial. Valor smells good. It helps me all the time. So it's like, Is it really specifically for nausea? I don't know. It's like for helping me feel good. So a lot of people have recommended ginger candies, which I haven't tried because A, I hate ginger, and B, I just haven't gotten around to it. You know, like it's just one of the many things that you're like, gotta try this, gotta try that. I did order these little Preggy Pop drop things. Bowser ate like half of these. These are my last two. I really liked the raspberry. These lemon ones are okay. They've helped me sometimes. Honestly, this is weird, but like 50% of the times, they're really helpful because apparently it's hard to be nauseous or throw up when you have a sour taste in your mouth. So that's kind of what these are, like sour candies, but they're also infused with a little bit of vitamin B6. But then 50% of the time, I actually feel like it maybe made me throw up. So I'm kind of on the fence, but I wanted to include that because that is a common, like pregnant women rave about the Preggy Pops. So that's worth looking into if you are struggling as well, because it might be a hack that works for you. So the other hack, these aren't products, but it's helpful, A, to get a good night's sleep. I notice that the better sleep that I get at night, the more I sleep, it kind of just takes the edge off. So that's really helpful. Good quality sleep. And Unisom, because it's actually a sleeping, I never even explained this at the beginning. Unisom is a sleeping tablet, like for like a sleeping aid. But there's an ingredient in it called like Doxil something that's what specifically helps with the nausea with the combination of the B6. So that little chemical mix is actually makes up a prescription that doctors will typically prescribe for pregnant women that are dealing with nausea and vomiting and stuff. So the Unisom also really does help with the sleep at night, which is good because I still wake up every 2 hours to go pee. But good sleep is helpful. The other thing, getting some fresh air helps. Sometimes getting light exercise helps. Now, sometimes I notice I'll exercise and afterwards I'm like, I think I'm worse now, and have actually puked after. But sometimes I notice that it actually calms down the nausea, and it also helps my body just suddenly feel more capable and strong, and like mentally I'm less scared of the future. That's one thing I notice when I work out, because I'm like, look, I'm doing it. I'm still moving. I'm exercising. I can deliver this baby. So those are all of my anti-nausea pregnancy first trimester hacks. I'm gonna go try to get some food in me now because I'm very nauseous and I think it's time for me to take another vitamin B6. I will hopefully see you guys back here soon with another new video. Don't forget to check my info box where I have all the information about a secret, but not secret because I'm telling you to your face, giveaway that I'm doing to say thank you to all of you for all of your continued support of me and Dan and my art. I just appreciate it. So with that being said, that's it. I'll see you later, hopefully. Bye, guys.